basis.
Well, trials like these certainly bring people up to speed on how the justice system tends to work. And we're now joined by 9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson. And I think while people may have gotten an idea of how the trial worked, what happens now becomes the question for many as far as what the status is of Donald Trump and how this all goes forward.
Well, in terms of the legal system, Trump will report to their equivalent of a probation department to do a pre-sentence report. It would go to the judge, and the judge would consider that report and all of the other factors in the July 11th sentencing date. Such things as issues involving mental health, lack or absence of remorse, those are the kinds of things that would be noted in a pre-sentence report. And the judge is not bound by what's in the pre-sentence investigation report, but certainly I don't know of any judge that doesn't pay attention to them.
We see so many delays. We hear about appeals. We think about things that slow the system down. But that July 11th date is pretty much set in stone. That date will be hard to move.
It will be, even though it's only 4 days before the apparent nomination of Donald Trump as a presidential candidate. From then on, though, things are going to come to a screeching halt. This is a white-collar case, and so if there's any bond at all required for the appeal, it won't be huge. The appellate division is the first appeals court that considers such cases in New York, and then finally there'll be an appeal to the New York Court of Appeals, which is what they call their Supreme Court. Their Supreme Court happens to be the trial court. So eventually, maybe 2 years from now, we might have a ruling on the appeal. But it was a long trial, so it might even be longer.
Yeah, that's important to note, all the appeals that are coming. You heard the questions being asked of Alvin Bragg, and he didn't want to answer it. Donald Trump the judge did have to multiple times say, you're violating the gag order. Does that factor in at all? Can he do anything? And what can he speak about now?
Well, the judge can certainly consider pre-conviction conduct in evaluating an appropriate sentence. But it was pretty clear that the judge did not want to send Donald Trump to jail then,
No.
And I don't think that will change. I can hardly imagine the administrative headaches and the security headaches that would be required, even if Trump got a sentence to less than a year and he went to the Manhattan City Jail, the Tombs.
Yeah, and Rikers.
The security would be awful. It would be so hard for the Secret Service
What do you
to
do,
protect
Secret
the former
Service?
president.
Yeah.
Quickly, July 11th, the sentence is handed down, fines, jail time, whatever it may be. Even with the appeals moving on, does the sentence then go into effect while the appeals play out?
Good question. No, it stayed. It doesn't go into effect. And the sentencing options are actually multiple. The judge can find that Donald Trump should be sentenced to time served. Time served? Yes, time served. The amount of time he spent checking into the jail when he was first arrested. Or he can give him what's called a conditional discharge, something we don't have here, which would typically include a period of community service. Or he can place the former president on probation, or he can send him to prison or to, as I indicated, the jail if it was a sentence of less than a year. So there are all kinds of sentencing options.
Scott, I have a hunch we're going to be talking about this again, but thank you for popping in on short notice and helping us sort things out a little bit today.
So many questions
Lots of differences between New York law and ours, and I had to
it.
check it out.
Thank you.